I'm asking the question, can we already see that Kai Havertz is a bit of a flop? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gooner channel, a channel 100% dedicated to the Arsenal, who, as we all know, are by far the greatest team the world has ever seen. And in about an hour and a half, we get another chance to prove that on the global stage in the big showcase match between Arsenal and the MLS All-Stars, which seems like a really weird thing to call them. I mean, the All-Stars, it's an all-star game, something they do in American sports a great deal. They do the kind of razzmatazz really well in America. We all know that when it comes to putting on a show, there are few places that can hold a candle to the United States. That being said, is it fair to say, underwhelmed by the skill challenge? I kind of had hoped for, expected slightly more. First of all, what an attendance. I mean, they had more people turning up to watch that than Man City getting a home game, so fair play. And one of the things that's great about the United States tours is that we do get to connect as a team with fans who are so important to the new Arsenal club. You know, fans all around the world, and in the United States we have a huge amount of support. And I think it's brilliant that Arsenal have captured the imagination in the United States in the way they have. And this is, of course, a good opportunity for Arsenal to be seen by those fans. I will say, though, we also have a huge fan base in places like Indonesia and Malaysia, and it would be great to go out and do that as well. Now, I know the Cronkies own the club and they get to choose, but it'd be great to think next year if maybe a tour could be to the Far East. Anyway, bit of soapboxing over. Yesterday's skill challenge. Look, if you've looked online and seen anything about this at all, then you won't have missed the fact that Kai Havertz didn't give the best performance in the skills challenge. In fact, he broke the record for the worst ever. There's one portion of it which measures how well he can volley the ball towards a goal, and apparently over the bar he's great at. Into the arms of the keeper he's good at. Finding the target, not so much. This coupled with what was not an outstanding performance against Nuremberg, and there are these kind of portions of the media that are looking to get the boot into Kai Havertz. I'm asking the question, can we already see that Kai Havertz is a bit of a flop? And there are sections of the media talking about, that Kai Havertz goes missing during games, that we might have bought a bit of a pup. Is it too soon to already know that Kai Havertz isn't going to make it at Arsenal? Yeah, of course it is. We haven't even played a match yet. These are pre-season friendlies. I don't think half a game against Nuremberg before he's integrated with a squad, or a slightly dodgy or a hugely dodgy skills challenge against an MLS All-Stars team. But there are a lot of people out there trying to burst our bubble somewhat. There is such a good vibe around Arsenal at the moment. I'm not seeing that replicated anywhere else. I think there is a bit of jealousy out there. Arsenal are enjoying the pre-season tour. I don't think it really matters what happens in the game, which kicks off in about an hour's time. It looks an awful lot like Jurriën Timber, Havertz and Rice will all start, so we'll get a chance to see our three signings. I think that for the start of the season, that seems a little harsh to me, that Ben White might lose his place. He was one of our better players last season. And I will also inject a note of caution, although you're not hearing this a lot, but Jurriën Timber's time at Ajax, there have been a few mistakes. He's not quite a Harry Maguire, but I think we need to be conscious of the fact that we're not just out there signing players who are going to hit the ground running all the time. I think the reason we've paid as much as we have for Declan Rice is because I really do think he will hit the ground running. But the squad's quite big at the moment, and we are probably going to need to lose some players. I've seen us linked with Mohamed Kudus from Ajax. There are still the ongoing links here, there, and everywhere. Of course, Xavi Simons, somebody we were looking at in previous videos, he's now confirmed gone to PSG, which is a shame, but I think it's the right move for him under Luis Enrique. Partey, it's now come out that we really want to keep him. On balance, I think for the amount of money we were being offered, if it wasn't 40 million, if it was more like 17 million, probably makes more sense to keep him. I don't think he's so badly once away that he'd be a problem. We've also rejected a tiny offer for Rob Holding, and given just how popular he is around the place, I don't think it's worth letting him go for that. We are, of course, expecting to see Lekonga Pepe and Cedric leave. It's a tough one because Cedric, before the squad was announced, was saying that he wants to stay and fight for his place. I don't hate that about him. I just don't see it working out for him. But in terms of Kai Havertz, where he's going to be playing, how he's going to be playing, hopefully we'll get a better look at him tonight, and of course the game on Saturday night against Manchester before we play Barcelona in Los Angeles. These are all important games. What's the point of them, though, really? If we go into the game tonight, a bit like Kai Havertz went into that skills challenge, was kind of nonchalant to say the least. Is it just about fitness? I think this, really to give the Arsenal fans who have a chance to go to Washington and watch this game, really, I would put it like this. If you're putting on that shirt and that badge, even if the shirt is a horrible fluorescent high-vis vest of a shirt and the badge is a kind of silly, dumbed-down Lego logo type. Yes, I am, of course, talking, and I haven't until now, but I've had people asking me what I think of the kit, and frankly, yeah, not good. Not loving it. Don't like it. It's not my cup of tea. I don't wear the shirts. This is one I'm definitely not wearing. I will say, though, that the 91 to 93 chevrons, which was universally hated when it came out, probably even more than this one, it's close, has become one of my favourites. So maybe this is so far ahead of its time that I just can't see it. But you can see it. It's high vis. I mean, you can see this thing anywhere. One advantage maybe. Just love when the players have got to pretend to love it. Because I tell you what, in a poll that I did, 75% of people when polled, a sample size was quite decent as well, said they didn't like it. So apply that to the... Look, this is our away kit. Probably isn't going to get... I don't know. Will I get used to it? Does it matter? Does it matter? I'll tell you one thing for nothing. If we end up winning the Premier League or Champions League in this kit, then I will love this kit for memories. Just like I love the kit we were wearing in '89. Although I did actually really love that kit. There are some bad Arsenal kits through time. This is right up there. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm mad. If you think, listen, I won't claim to be any kind of fashionista. I'm going to sign off because it's a little while until the match, and I'm going to go to sleep because I've got a very early start tomorrow, and I don't have Apple, and I'm not signing up yet another subscription to watch it. If you are staying up to watch it, then I hope it's a fantastic match. I hope that it's full of everything that we love about football, determined players doing their best to get a slight advantage and score beautiful goals against each other, as opposed to just sort of processional, people not really sure what we're doing there. Until I see you again. Be lucky. Lots of love.